Welcome back, people. We got another video for you guys here again today. A little bit on Fishing Planet, and we have a playlist of Fishing Planet of over 600 plus videos. I've invested 7 years of my life into this game. You could say I'm slightly addicted. We do show new games, old games, pre-ordered games. We live stream with Facecam and mic. We do lots of different stuff on the channel, but Fishing Planet is my main game. Right, today we're going to show you how to use different lures, poppers, and all different types of methods of using a lure rod. Now today I'm using the Fish Skull cast at £66, and to be honest, like, it doesn't really matter if you're using this or a lighter rod or a weak, it doesn't matter if it's not as strong as this one or it's stronger, it doesn't matter. The methods will all work the same on every single platform, whether you're on iOS, Android, PlayStation, Xbox or PC. So I'm over in Blue Crab Island, which is where I am there. As you can see, my it's highlighted where the boat is. I jumped on the boat and I've drove down to here. Now I'm going to pull out the map just to show you where I'm fishing, in case you've never seen this hot spot here in Blue Crab. But down here is where the hot spot is for the speckled peacock bass, and that's what I'm going for. Some speckled peacock bass, because there's loads of different things I can use. First off, we're going to show you the popper. Now I do sometimes put videos onto TikTok that I don't always put onto YouTube, so if you're interested in dropping us a follow, if you never want to miss out on those updates on Fishing Planet, I definitely recommend you either follow us on TikTok, Instagram or Twitter. The links for all of those will be in the description below. If you want to become a member and support the channel a little bit more, that's also in the link in the description, although it's not required. Okay, so a popper. We hold our finger on the reel button, reel speed 1, and we keep on hitting the strike button. Now whether you're using a controller or whether you're using a mouse, it doesn't matter. It works the same way. So hold your finger on the reel button, reel speed 1 here, and keep hitting strike. Now in some places where you fish, reel speed 1 can sometimes be a little bit slow and it's not fast enough, so sometimes you do have to do reel speed 2. Now for the popping, that's the motion that we're going for. I've got to take this boat forward just a fraction. There we go, just so we get that little bit more range, because I can't cast that far with this rod because it's a little bit heavy and the lure that I got on there is a little bit light. Okay, cast. So now I'm going to show you as reel speed 2. So we hold our finger on reel speed 2 and keep hitting that strike button. I'm going to put the controller near the mic. There you go, I missed that one, I didn't strike it right. I'm keeping the controller near the mic so you can hear every single time I hit the strike button. So on reel speed 1 we didn't have much interest. Reel speed 2 just then we had something try and take it, but I just didn't strike at the right time. So when I'm talking about striking at the right time, if we keep it zoomed in like this, we can see when a fish is coming. Now when the fish is coming, you got to hit that strike button, there you go, like that. So as you see the fish, that's when you hit the strike, or if you feel the vibration in your controller. If not, also obviously if you're using a mouse, you're not going to feel that vibration. That's exactly why I like using a controller. Although I'm playing here on Fishing Planet here today on PC, I do also play this on Android, mobile, iOS, and I also play this on PlayStation. Okay, so zooming in again, reel speed 2 seems like the one. Holding my finger on reel, and as you can hear, my controller is completely broken, but in some circumstances this is kind of handy because you guys can hear when I'm hitting that strike button. So is what we're looking for is over there on the right. You see where it says popping. Now that shows 1. Now we want at least 2 dots there. Now sometimes you can get 3 dots, as you just saw there, but if there's no popping motion, you're not going to catch with a popper, and it works with every single popper. So reel speed 2, strike, 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 and as you can see, the popping motion there on the right is now 2. It had 2 bars there. Now, sometimes I do get 3, but most of the time for popping, I do get 2, if I'm honest. Maybe I just ain't that good at it, but it does work well, as long as you got a popping motion going. If there's no popping motion, you will not catch anything at all. That works the same as with that popper, this popper, you know, all the poppers. I've got lots of different poppers, it works the same. Okay, so now we're going to show you a different type of method. We've shown you that one. Now the walker will work in exactly the same way. Now I'm showing you some of the top water surfaces first, and then we will go for the other ones like buzzbait and other ones like hunch runners and all that. Well, I'm going to try and go through as many lures as I can, so this video might go on for a little bit, so sit back, relax. Okay, so this again, same thing, reel speed 2. I keep hitting that strike button, and as you can see there, it says walking on the right hand side, and you got the 2 dots. Now if you don't have, like, having the 1 dot is okay, but if you you know, if you can get 2 dots, that's better. If you can get the 3 dots, again, that's better. Now there's different types of methods, loads of different ways, but for the popping motion and for the walking, most of the time I do get 2 dots on there. I don't know if everyone gets that or whether it's just me, but as you can see there, the walking motion, and even if I hit it, the strike faster, takes the walking down to real speed, walking 1. So me, yeah, as you can see, with the 1 dot you can still catch a fish, because there you go, there's the proof right there, bang. So you can still catch a fish, but having the 2 dots obviously is just gonna, the fish are going to be more like interested, if that makes sense. Now of course if you have the 3 dots, they're going to be even more interested, but there is, on the odd occasion, I do get the 3 dots on the walking, but again, it works pretty much the same way as for the popper. There I had a fish hit that, but I wasn't looking to strike. I was trying to get that walking up to the 3 dots there, but we couldn't quite get it. Okay, right, anyway, the walker and popper, they work the same. Now if for example we're using a runner, now deep runners and hunch runners work exactly the same way. So if I put on a hunch runner here, with this hunch runner you don't do striking motions, and I'll show you what I mean by striking motions. So if we cast that out there, if you've got any comments, do leave it in the comment section below, and don't forget to smack that like button if this video is helping you out. So reel speed 2, hold my finger on reel, this one will sink. Now watch what happens when I keep hitting the strike button. You don't get no twitching motion, there is no motion there at all. On the right hand side it's showing my lures at the bottom of the water, and we're not getting anything at all, no motions. Does that mean that the fish are not interested? Nope, it means you probably ain't doing it right. So we cast back out again, and I hold my finger on reel. This time I'm not gonna hit strike. Now I'm just gonna keep my finger on the reel. Again, there's no motion there. Does it mean that you're not doing it right? Probably no. That's the point of it. The hunch runners work very different to the top waters, because they're sinking. So these are different. With the deep runner, hunch runner, you don't need to hit the strike motion. You don't need to go reel then stop, as in trying to do stop and go. Although you can. You see, there's no motion, there's nothing. So technically you think, okay, well you're doing it wrong. Well, yeah, you are doing it wrong. You're not, because these ones go under the water. So it doesn't matter what motion you do. Now technically I'm doing stop and go, and still no dots or anything are coming up. So we've done the straight reel like that, nothing comes up. We do the keep doing the striking, no twitching, nothing's coming up. And we can do lift and drop. Again, nothing. And yeah, that's because that one doesn't show any motion. So with the hunch runner and the deep runner, I probably recommend casting it out, reel speed 2, and then just keep your finger on the reel button. The only time you hit the strike button is when you feel either your controller vibrate or you see the bars on your rod go up a little bit. If you're using a mouse, you'll see the bars go up on the side. I'll show you what I mean. Those bars on the right hand side there. Now when you get a fish, if you have no vibration, you'll see the bars on the right. There's a little tiny little bit of blue there. You'll see that go up. If you're using a mouse, you'll see that go up, which means obviously there's a fish. That's when you would then hit your strike button. So the hunch runners are the same as the deep runners. As I said, you don't get any motions with those. Although you think you're doing it wrong, and I say you're doing it wrong, there is no way to do it wrong with that. Just cast it out, reel speed 2. Always seems to work for me quite well. Although the peacock bass don't really like the hunch runner here, that's why we didn't get much interest with that, so we didn't catch anything. But if I tried catching other fish with that, it would definitely work. I'm gonna try again, because I know a 5/0. They will take on the 5/0. We'll have a couple of more casts with it, just so that way we can show you that you can actually catch fish just by keeping your finger on that reel button. I still feel like I need to go forward just a little bit. I feel like I need to go forward a bit more. I'm just not quite making the cast. Okay, go to there, let's go forward. Take the anchor off, drop the anchor again. There we go, that's a bit better. Thank you for subscribing, man. You guys can as well. It's completely free. It doesn't cost anything at all. Okay, so now I can cast just a little bit past that marker. Alright, reel speed 2. So I'm just keeping my finger on the if I was using a mouse, I'd keep my finger clicked down. Me using a controller, I'm keeping my finger on the trigger button right now. Just keep reeling until either a vibration or you feel those bars come up there on the right hand side. Now I hear a lot of fish on that fish finder, a lot, but as I said, I am using the hunch runner, and these peacock, speckled peacock, are a little bit fussy when it comes to the runners. They're more into the buzz bait and poppers than rather this one. Alright, this is the last cast on there. Unfortunately we can't catch one because, as I said, the fish are just not really interested in this one here. Although I have caught them here on this, but they're not, yeah, it's not their favourite lure. Okay, so the popper, frog popper, will work the same as a normal popper. All poppers work exactly the same way. So, moving on, the bass jig. Now, if I'm honest, I don't really use bass jigs. I don't really use bass jigs. But for the example here, we're going to use one because the jig will work exactly the same as a jig head and a shad being on there. So, is what we do. We can keep our finger on the strike button, reel, then stop, reel, and stop. And then you see there it says lift and drop now. And we got 3 dots on there. So I'm keeping my finger on the strike button, keep reeling, stop, keep reeling, stop. So that's lift and drop. Now there's many different ways you can do this now. Now you're using a type of lure that can kind of move around a little bit more in the water. You can also do twitching, which I will show you that on the next one. There's different motions, different things you can do. Okay, so we cast it out. So now I can just keep my finger on reel, and we'll get a motion called straight. And as you can see, 3 dots. Very, very easy this one. Cast it out, reel speed 1 or 2. Keep your finger clicked down on the trigger button or the mouse button, and that is how you get that motion of straight. You can even have it on top of the surface like that, reel in as straight. Fish will still hit it. Okay, another motion that you can do is wait for it to sink. I'm going to do reel speed 1 here because the lure might come up to the surface otherwise. So reel speed 1, I'm going to keep my finger on the reel and I'm going to keep hitting that strike button. And that, as you can hear, I'm hitting that strike button. The second the tip of the rod goes down, I'm hitting strike continuously. And if you keep doing it like that, as you can hear, you will get a thing called twitching and 3 dots. Again, that is a different way to catch the fish. Okay, that's one. Let's show you another one. So we've shown you lift and drop. Showed you that one, which is twitching. Now I'm going to show you stop and go. So reel, let go. Reel, let go. Reel, let go. And that's all you have to keep doing. It's quite simple. You're reeling a little bit longer than what you're taking your finger off. So I'm going to speak as I'm doing it. So reel, 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 stop. Reel, 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 stop. Reel, 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 stop. Reel, 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 stop. And sometimes by keep doing that, you're going to get 2 dots. Sometimes you're going to get the 3 dots. But again, as long as you've got a minimum of 2, there's a good chance that fish is going to be interested. Now the easiest one out of all of them is definitely, I didn't bother to cast that far because I just want to show you. The easiest one out of all of them is definitely just keeping your finger on the reel like that. And that's straight slow. Now sometimes it'll say just straight, which is obviously more, it would more say straight if you got it on reel speed 2 because you're reading it a bit faster. Reel speed 1, keeping our finger on the reel button. As you can see there, it says straight slow. Alright, so there's that one. We come down here, casting spoons will work the same as flat spoons, jigging spoons. Okay, so medium spoons. Let's talk about casting spoons, flat spoons, medium spoons, all different types of casting spoons, bullet spinners. Everything that I'm about to show you now is going to work the same. So for this one, I'm going to put on a buzz bait, and the buzz bait works the same as spinners, the same as medium spoons, the same as the normal spoons, same as flat spoons, same as casting spoons. Buzz bait works the same as all of those. Now if we come up here, we can put on a jig head and jig baits. Now a jig head and jig baits again is going to work exactly the same way as the buzz bait, casting spoons, medium spoons. They're all going to work the same as the spinners as well. So I'm going to put on this one right here, which is my little add-on part. Let me come on over to here, and now we have the lava and the buzz bait on together. So this is going to work exactly the same for casting spoons, spinners, different types of flat spoons, and jig heads. So I'm going to show you exactly the same way as the other one, really. So you can go reel, 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 stop, reel, 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 stop, reel, 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 stop, reel, and you just keep doing that over and over. I know it might be a little bit annoying me keep repeating myself, but I want to try and make sure that you guys understand the way how to do it. If you understand how to do it the right way, you're going to catch that fish. So that's stop and go. Just keep reeling, take your finger off, keep reeling, take your finger off, keep reeling, take your finger off, keep reeling. And that's kind of the way to do it. Quite easy, straightforward, that one, if I'm honest. I think we're at the peak time now. We are. Let's go to there, 8 PM. Then we might actually pull in a fish here. Just to show you that it does work. But the 3 dots is the main thing that you're always looking for. So doing twitching, keep our finger on reel, strike, 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 strike. Oh, it's saying hit it then, strike, 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 strike. So the second the rod goes down to there, there, that's when you keep hitting the strike button. Now it works the same whether you're doing reel speed 2 or reel speed 1. It doesn't really matter. It all works the same way. Same as reeling is, as I said, to do the straight, very easy. There you go, look at that. We even caught a fish there. So doing the straight is definitely the easier method. Just casting out, keeping your finger on that reel button. That is how you get straight slow. Now then, to get straight, reel speed 2, keep your finger on it. There you go, look, that's straight. Then to do stop and go, well, reel, 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 stop. Reel, 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 stop. Twitching motion, keep a finger on it, keep hitting strike. And you'll see it says twitching, 3 dots, there you go. Right, and then the lift and drop, we keep our finger on the strike, so the rod's pointing up. And then we reel, 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 stop. Reel, 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 stop. And that is how we get the lift and drop. Although I'm a little bit close in, we can still get it. There you go. It's a bit bigger, that one. Okay, cast back out again. So I'm sorry this video goes on a bit longer than normal. When I live stream, we live stream for hours, but when I'm making videos, I try to make them between 8 to 10 minutes, just so that way you don't have to watch too long. But to understand the way lures and different buzz baits, jig heads, and all different things work, the way to, yeah, it just takes time to explain it. But once you get the hang of this, it is very, very easy. Look at that, lift and stop, lift and drop, sorry. So that's me keeping my finger on the strike button, reeling, let go, reeling, let go, reeling, let go. So I don't take my finger off the strike button at all. My finger, oh, we had a bit of interest there. My finger remains on the strike button the whole entire time. The only thing I'm doing is coming off the reel button. So I stop reeling for a 1, 2, 1, 2. When I come off of that reel button, I only stop for 2 seconds. By doing that, we're getting the motion of lift and drop. We had a little bit of interest there again. There's a bit of interest again there as well. So another thing we can do, let's show you. I'm going to bring this up to the top of the surface fast. Okay. And then I'm just going to keep it on reel speed 2 like that. So we can also do this. So if it's sitting on the top there, we can keep our finger on the reel button like that. And you can see it shows straight. And we got the 3 dots like that. Again, although it's on top of the surface, fish do come to the surface to grab their food. So you can hook a fish that way as well. I think we pretty much have covered all of them apart from the crankbaits, which the crankbaits, they work in exactly the same way as the hunch runner. Now when you cast it out and you reel it in, it doesn't matter. Although you're doing it wrong, at least you think you are, because there's nothing coming up there on the side when you're doing this twitching motion, which should now say twitching. It's not. The crankbaits and hunch runners, they don't work that way. As I said, just cast them out. Although you can do the twitching, wouldn't recommend it. Although you can do stop and go and stuff, again, I wouldn't really bother. I've always done it as reel speed 2, and that has always worked perfect for crankbaits. And so crankbaits, let me show you what else. Crankbaits, deep runners, hunch runners, they're all the same. Underwater, just keep your finger on reel speed 2. The mouse lures, frog poppers, they all work the same as top waters. for like poppers. Swim baits work for like what do swim baits go for? The swim baits will be for like casting spoons. You can, they will sink, but you can do twitch motions, lift and drop. You can do different motions with those. Okay, showing you a jig head now. Now, I definitely wouldn't use this jig head in this place, but again, I'm just going to show you anyway, just because we've got it there. So that will sink, and we would do the same. We can do stop and go, lift and drop. So depending on whether it's going to sit on top of the water or whether you're just pulling it through the water, different motions you can do for all different types. Now, setting up rods, there's many ways to do that. I'm going to show you that right now. So to set up lures, I'm going to use the mouse for this, just to make it a little bit easier for you guys to see, rather than the controller. So I can grab anything from my backpack and I can put that over there onto my rod. Now here, as you can see, I've got a titanium leader, but you know what? You don't have to have a titanium leader. You can just literally put your rod, your reel, your line, grab any popper you like, and there you go. Now that's ready to use. Same as any walker I like, that's ready to use. Hunch runner, grab that, drop it onto there. There you go, that's ready to use. Now if you're not using a mouse and you're using a controller, if I go onto my controller now, at the bottom there it tells me I press A. Now I'm using an Xbox controller on my PC. Now if I was on PlayStation I'd press X to equip it. So I'm going to press X or A for my Xbox controller, and there you go. Let's equip that. Equip back to the hunch runner. There you go, equipped. And it works the same as applying line. If you're going to apply, I don't know, new line. What line do we have on there right now? Oh. Right, so we got 69.5 pound line on there. So let's say I want to put on this new line there. I would press A, or I would, if I'm using a mouse, I would grab it and drop it. But if I'm using a controller, I would press X if I was on PlayStation, or if I'm on Xbox I'd press A. How much line? I'm going to cut the line at 768 foot. There you go, that's equip my line. So I've showed you how to equip the line, how to equip the lures. I'm going to get rid of that old line now because we don't need that. And then for jig heads, okay, we're going to show you that real quick. Let's say I want to use a 4-aught jig head, and then I can drag it and drop it, or press X to equip on PlayStation, A on Xbox. Now I want to equip, let's say, a shad or a lava, any one of these that I want to equip. Let's say I want to put this shad on. I click, drag it over and drop. That's now ready for me to catch a fish. Now for example, obviously on Xbox you would press A, on PlayStation you would press X to equip whatever one you want. So if I want to put that on there you go. Now if I wanted to add a leader, again you don't have to, but that's why I put a leader on there originally, just to show you guys any leader that I want, as long as it's not weaker than the rod so it doesn't break. I click, drag and drop it over. There you go, there's my leader. Again, you don't have to have a leader on a spinning rod, but if you're going for fish with sharp teeth and they're going to bite it off, and then this is why I put on a titanium leader. And then I would equip, where is it? Down there, my buzzbait, and then I'd come up to where the jig heads are and these soft lures, which is here, and I'd bring over my lava or my shad, whatever way I wanted it to be. Hope this video did help you guys out a little bit, and as I said, yeah, if you do have comments, comment in the section below. I don't really use bass jigs, you know, very often. Casting spoons work very well, like all of these small ones work very well for small fish. There's many different types of good lures. The medium spoons work very well in sand delta when you're catching some salmon. This is a very good one to use. And again, I'm going to show you just that one, because the medium spoons work the same as all the other spoons. This is the last one that we're going to show you, because we're running over 30 minutes now. Okay, so keep my finger on, keep my finger on reel, keep hitting strike. This is one that we'll be able to do twitching with. Keep my finger on reel, and that'll be straight slow. If it was on reel speed 2, it'd be on straight. Hold our finger on strike, reeling, stop, reeling, stop. That's how you get the lift and drop. Keep your finger on the reel, keep hitting the strike, and that is how we will get twitching. And then stop and go, we'll keep reeling and stop, reel and stop, reel and stop. There you go, there's stop and go. Sometimes to get those motions they can take a little bit sometimes, but have a little bit of patience. It takes a bit of practice. For me it's kind of easy because I've played the game for 7 years, but if you haven't played it for as long as me, it might not be as easy to work out how to use the lures and stuff. If you're new to it, that's probably why you're watching this video. But I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Drop your comments in the comment section below. I try to respond to every comment. Smack that like button, share the content as well if you're able to. It helps me grow as a content creator. Hope you guys did enjoy this one. We'll catch you people again soon for some more fun and games. I'm out.